Welcome back to Breslov campus. About finding the good points. We all know by now of Rebbe Nachman's amazing teaching, his fundamental teaching of a zamra, which means being able to sing and praise God with my good points. Finding my good points and being able to do them to advance, to develop, especially to daven. So Rebbe Nachman goes into explaining that there are many categories and types and groups of obstacles that prevent a person from finding his good points. That could be, for example, that a person is too overwhelmed by the bad. We could also have a scenario where as much as a person tries to be positive and to find the good, he just gets quickly sucked back into negativity. He goes out and everything is negative. Rebbe Nachman explains that this possibly can be of some type of foreign object stuck in the person, and because of that foreign object, a person is prevented of being able to properly develop and to flourish and to advance. It's like when a person, God forbid, has a sickness, so he can't function, he can't develop. A child, God forbid, who has some type of a disorder, as long as this disorder is present, he cannot develop. Get rid of it, get it out, and the child begins to flourish, to develop, to live, right? So this is how it is also when a person sees possibly that there's too much negativity. He tries to be positive, he tries to look for the good, but there's something preventing it. It could very well be that there's something foreign stuck in the person, that item is not allowing the person to be positive. What's needed is to get it out, to remove it. Rebbe Nachman in lesson 35, he brings two advices of how to clean the mind. Because basically, when a person is attracted to negative influences and negative attitudes, negative thoughts, negative thought patterns, it's because there's something, a negative type of thinking, that or a person continues to let into himself and he thinks there's nothing wrong with reading or seeing or absorbing a certain type of information which he sees as being harmless. It could be that this is what's causing the damage. So what's needed is that a person stops from this point onwards and cutting that allowance of something negative into him. But it can also be that a person has something in their subconscious level, some type of a foreign type of ideology that's already deep within them from maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, from their childhood, whatever you want to say, that negativity is getting them like stuck, not letting them to advance. So Rebbe Nachman gives two advices how to clean the mind, to clean the head from these negative influences. Number one is to be more careful what you let into yourself from this point onwards. But number two, what cleans what's already in the mind and to get what's out there deep and to bring it out is what's called sleep mode. There's sleep mode activities in life. The biggest one, the most prominent one obviously, is when you physically go to sleep. And there's other similar situations and activities which also are like sleep. Rebbe Nachman, for example, calls going to work. A person goes to work where normally the mind should be involved in Torah study and prayer, but a person puts that on the side and goes to work to earn a living, whatever. So that devotion, that activity of work is called sleep mode devotion, because it's also a mitzvah to work when it's needed, when it's positive and it's for a purpose. So work can be understood as being something which is a mitzvah, but it's called sleep mode devotion. And he gives other examples, Rebbe Nachman. But the idea of a sleep mode is that the sleep mode is needed in order to clean what's in the head already. And sleep mode is basically the strengthening of emunah. When the emunah is strengthened, this enables the person's sleep to do its job, which is what? To renew a person, re-energize, and that renewing and re-energizing is in order to get removed any deep impurities in the mind. Just like physical sleep does that. When a person goes to sleep, so the body begins to take out all the dead cells and expel them, whether it's through the hair or the nails or through oxygen, to get out all impurities in the body. That's on the physical level. And the body also puts in place what vitamins have to go to the brain or to the heart, whatever. That's why sleep is so needed. When the body becomes heavy and drained, it's indicating it needs that time to replenish and to just reorganize the stock of the body. Spiritually, this also happens with sleep, that the neshama, which is the thought, the mind, also becomes cleansed, and what doesn't have to be there gets expelled. But in order for sleep to do that, a person has to sanctify all the devotions called sleep. In particular, the one that sticks out the most, and the one which is really, really important and necessary for every Jew, is the idea of the bedtime Kriyat Shema. Saying Kriyat Shema before going to sleep is so important. What it does to a person's sleep is that it does the job. It helps the soul be re-energized and cleaned through emunah, which is the prominent force when a person is asleep, through faith. And this helps a person to get out all the impurities. So, going back to what we said, Rebbe Nachman's main teaching of thinking positive, and a person can't do it. He hears, Rebbe Nachman always being positive, but doesn't talk to me. I'm so down, so negative. So a person has to maybe realize and think that there's something inside of me preventing me from being happy and being positive. I have to get that impurity out. It has to get out of me. And this is what sleep mode does. And the devotion, strengthening the emunah at sleep mode, are what can help a person to get rid of these impurities, thus allowing a person to really, really be positive and good.